Hey Taurus, welcome to your reading. This is for October 2020. General overall reading for the sign of Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Ascending. So, Sun obviously being your zodiac sign, you're a Taurus. Um, you know, um, if your Moon is in Taurus, which is your emotions, or your Ascending, which is sort of how you approach new stuff and new beginnings, and we're all very much in that space right now. As well as maybe Mercury for communication. There's a lot of communication barriers at the moment, as well as for Virgo for love. Then this is your reading, okay? Or if it doesn't resonate with you, you can look at where all those other things are in your chart, and you can look at those readings as well. Okay. Right, so I know that for those of you that do follow me, and for those of you that do, I would like to thank you very much. Thank you. It means a lot to me. I know that in my weekend love readings, I was saying that I was going to do the 21 September till for October readings for this week, but then it's almost like October sort of crept up on us, eh? I mean, didn't it? Suddenly I realized like, oh my goodness, it's about October, so I'm going to do you like a more sort of full-time reading for October. Um, Take what resonates. Remember, it's a general reading. Let's see what we have. So I'm going to look at your recent past. I'm going to look at your present. What are the lessons from the recent past that brought you to where you presently are? Where's the immediate future going? So what is sort of like the overall energy coming towards you, as well as the the sort of like whole circle around your reading, the overall energy, what we've got there for you. Okay. My social media and graphic design is done by amazing AC Digital Marketing Solutions. So if you need any social media work done, graphic design work done, they say this is the current energy, okay? Then you can contact AC Digital Marketing Solutions directly. There's a link in the description in the box below. Okay. Let's see what we got for you for October. For the month of October 2020 for Taurus. Huh. Okay. All right then. Emotional stability. The question is, will it last? Will it last? Okay. I'm going to show you the cards as I go through the reading. Okay. There's a sense of I feel that you could have made a connection there with somebody. Quite a beautiful connection there with somebody. But there's a sense of dread here. It's almost like you're expecting the worst. Okay. So there's some healing to do here. But there's also very good guidance here for you. So we'll check that out. Just getting a card for your overall energy. The Knight of Wands. Okay, so this is a very straightforward story. It's just got a lot of details. It's quite an interesting way, straightforward story with a lot of details. Okay, so in the recent past, you've got the Moon. So, and this is definitely about emotions. I feel it's more sort of like in your personal life. So this, in a sense, there could be romance involved, but this is more about you. I feel that you may have had many sort of walls sort of built around you, walls of sort of like protection and, so to kind of sort of guard your heart so you don't get hurt. So there was a lot of those, sort of around you. And I felt it was becoming very, very exhausting to sort of, the upkeep of that particular kind of pattern, that particular way of sort of being. It was becoming very, very overwhelming. It was draining you, your energy. And you got to see that, that it's really not working well for you. It's not serving your best sort of purpose, your best interest in life. And a lot of work was done there, which really brought you to this beautiful, beautiful Eight of Wands energy over here. So a lot of inner work was done, a lot of healing was done, a lot of self-exploration was done, and it brought you to a beautiful, beautiful space. It brought you to this Three of Wands space here in your recent past, where you were open to new things. I feel that some of you have been running away. You stopped running. You stopped running. You started embracing things for what they are. You started to embrace the moment. You started to see, what are the fears? What are the things holding me back? What is the self-sabotage? There was a lot of that, inner, introspective, the sort of, energy, work, healing, that was it was quite a difficult journey, but it brought you to this really good space. At last, you were fine. You could dream again, you could hope again, things were flowing, things were working, things were nice. It was nice. Could have had somebody new coming into your life. You opened your heart to love again, opened your heart to second chances. There was forgiveness. There was a nice balance. You felt good. And so where you currently are, with the Eight of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, and the Hermit, this is in your current energy where you are right now, your current situation. So the stability that you have in emotions, that obviously when you start to feel better on the inside, it starts to reflect onto the outside, because life, the outside world, is a reflection of what's happening inside of us. And so other things are starting to work out now as well. The materialistic things you might have been worried about, the course and the studies and the money and the job and the career and the car and the house and, those sort of things. And, for some of you, I get a lot of debt here. All of those things are beginning to work out. It's sort of things are beginning to flow again now, There's a nice sort of equilibrium sort of flow that is starting to come about here, which is wonderful. However, there are some of those old fears that are coming back. Okay? Some of those old fears are coming back now. Those worries, those concerns, there's, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. You may also be in a space where there's a lot of confrontation, maybe unexpectedly with sort of closer friends, relatives, your support structures, which you didn't expect. A question here to ask yourself is if you haven't outgrown certain connections. Now, when we get to this point, sometimes when we speak about having outgrown certain connections, I don't want you to overthink this, because this is one of those things. What we are talking about here is when you do so much work on yourself, you are ready to go into that next step of life that is always available to us. But not everybody is always ready to go with us. And sometimes, from the best of intentions, we want to take everybody with us. I saw this yesterday. Just a very quick story, if I may. I'm kind of interrupting myself now, but what I did yesterday is my week became unexpectedly busy. With very good stuff though. And so I thought I'm gonna sort of make quicker readings. So I did like 6 readings yesterday. One of those were for Scorpio. Powerful reading. And even though I liked the readings, I didn't like the sort of energy that was going with it, which was almost a very rushed sort of energy. So I did them, I uploaded them, I haven't made them public yet, and I'm not gonna actually put them out. But I saw this energy, this pattern here with Scorpio. So if you may be dealing with a Scorpio, you kind of like in close confrontation with a Scorpio, you may want to go look at the Scorpio reading as well, especially if you've got strong Scorpio in your chart, because maybe there's something that you need to understand. Yeah. Okay, so I've got no idea what the new Scorpio reading is going to say now, because I haven't done it yet, but just to let you know that I picked that pattern up with Scorpio, that it seems like they may be having that at the moment as well, where you're going forward and you want to take, everybody with you with good intentions, but everybody might not be ready to go with you. And when we try to sort of, we might see it as motivation, getting people to move forward. and they're not ready for it yet, they may perceive it as you being pushy, being disrespectful. They don't see it in the grace that you may mean it. Okay. Then with the Hermit, this is things started to happen for you really, really fast. It's almost like you were on this very steady sort of decline, like a very slow decline there for quite a while, even maybe like the past 2 years. It was declining, 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 and it became almost a habit for you until you said, you know what, no more. And then you started doing that inner healing. So you took a lot of these sort of protective layers off around you that sort of withheld you from feeling too much, but they also kept you from really, really living. And there's a shedding of that sort of skin, that emotions, that I feel that for many of you that you might have felt that things weren't working out for you, that life wasn't working out for you. There was this constant feel of like a low vibe, like feeling like lethargic. But you actually started to realize that this sort of lethargy that you were feeling, it was actually kind of coming from you. And so you started to do the inner work. You started to like shine up really beautifully. Things started to become really well for you, and now it's a little bit overwhelming because it's a lot really, really fast. So there's actually at the moment here there's a call for a period of rest. Okay, you've done a lot, you've done beautiful things, and what is also so important sometimes is that when we do a lot, and when we work a lot, we're very motivated, and you're like, you wanna manifest, 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 and you're doing the vision boards and you're doing the affirmations, and these are wonderful things. But when you do them too much, you sort of go into that space of like, I want, I can have, I deserve, which are good things to go into. But we can very easily go into that almost highly competitive space, competitive against ourselves. And then we forget to sort of pull back to go into the surrender space to allow. Again, I saw this in the Scorpio reading yesterday. Very, very similar actually. Where think of because every thought that you think, every word that you speak, you are creating your future. Okay, the future doesn't exist. We are creating the future from this current moment. Okay. And at the moment, you are creating resistance. Some of you are not listening to life because you are so motivated, focusing forward, that you're not putting in that period, that necessary period for rest, for taking that break. So what's happening at the moment? There's a lot of sort of, if you want to think of it like blessings and miracles and good synchronicity and those kind of things, sort of lined up for you. And so it's almost like you've got more than enough right now, and it's time for you to open the gate so that they can start coming through, so that the good stuff can actually start coming through. But I feel that for many of you, you're still in that sort of like manifestation vibe, creating, 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 creating. And it's, life is trying to make you aware of the fact that it's time for you to start experiencing. So it is that balance between going for what you want, but also the surrender space, okay, to allow what you want to come through. So you invited the things into your heart, and now it's open. It's time to open the gates of your heart so those beautiful things can flow out. So what's happening inside, that it can manifest in your outside world, and that is what we call the surrender space. So there's a call for you for that right now, okay? So if you're feeling stuck, that is why you're feeling stuck. But so going forward, you've got the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Cups and the Ten of Wands. Okay, this is really, really powerful because Page of Pentacles, divine intervention with money. Page of Cups, divine intervention with love. Maybe some family ties and some connections, some friendships. Maybe there was some suffering, as you were doing all the sort of healing that you needed to do. And I feel that some friction was caused, especially right now. So if you are sort of in confrontation with anybody right now and it doesn't feel that nice, as you surrender, the energy sort of settles. There's no need for the confrontation anymore. you allow the universe to bring the solutions through for you, and there is peace coming through as well. Again, I've got this in Scorpio. So, either if you're dealing with Scorpio, if you've got Scorpio in your chart, or maybe you just want to go look at the Scorpio reading, all right? Always do remember that if you do cross-watch with the intention for what you can positively gain from the other reading, okay? If you are, say for example, let's say it like that. So let's say for example, you've got an emotional connection with a true Scorpio, and you guys are not on the best foot at the moment. There's a difference. So you can either go look at the reading and see what you can get from there to confirm that they are definitely low vibing, or you can go look and see what might be happening in the energy pattern at the moment, because sometimes when we fight, we come from different sides, but we fight about the same thing. All right, and so we're gonna go have a look at that and see maybe what you can positively get from there, because there were 10 of Wands. There are energy patterns that are not serving you very well that are coming to an end, which is amazing. And the Knight of Wands, your overall energy, you're getting clarity. Okay, so let's clarify. We're going to start with the Knight of Wands first. Oh, what's falling? We're going to start with the Knight of Wands first, in reverse, in reverse, and in reverse. Okay, you can turn the situation around. Okay. The Hierophant in reverse, the Chariot in reverse, the Page of Swords in reverse. Some of you want to fight. You want to fight. Okay? You want to be careful of this, because again, this is why, remember when you're sort of like in that survival mode, in that winning mode, in that go, 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 go mode, sometimes when we're in that mode, it can very much be like, no matter what comes in my way, no matter who comes in my way, I'm going to win. I'm going to make it through. Nothing is going to hold me back. Nobody's going to hold me back. Nothing is going to stop me. Wonderful to be motivated. Beautiful to be motivated. But sometimes that energy in itself, we want to always be careful that we don't lose our compassion. Okay? Because you can, without actually realizing it. Because I feel that some of you might be like, as you go, and you want to be careful about this, as you go forward. So this doesn't honor my greatest good. This doesn't honor me as a soul having a human being experience. This doesn't honor my value. Chop, 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 chop. Okay? We want to be careful about that. Because remember, as we said, the future doesn't exist. Every thought we think, every word we speak, every action we take especially creates our future. And then sometimes when we say that, people become very sort of almost paranoid mindful about, the thoughts and the words and things. But when you can come from your heart, do your best to come from your heart space, Because even when you don't know what to do, when you can do your best to come from a positive heart space, everything always works out for you, okay? Because you're coming from positive intention. So maybe, even if you maybe in the sense that you want to cut people off. Now, I'm not saying that you should be a doormat to anybody, but instead of just, your first thought being like, let's cut them off, let's chop them, let's let them go. Maybe saying, you know what, if I'm going to let them go, let me maybe just take a day or two, just collaborate about things, just think about it first, take a bit of breather, get out of this maybe angry, frustrated space where you're feeling sort of cornered. And see how you feel about it in a day or two. But it doesn't mean that a day or two later you take another day or two and another day or two and another day or two. Have a deadline on how long you're going to, obviously allow that to go on. Otherwise, you can keep yourself in a cycle there, which you don't want to do. You're going to clarify the recent past. So the moon, cards are flying. The Empress just went flying right in between my legs and I caught it. So the moon, the 8 of Wands and the 3 of Wands, we're clarifying that past situation there for you. And the first card that came out was the Empress. Sort of like a, almost like a reassurance coming out for you here. Reminding you of abundance, of the flow, of all the beauty that's always there, and reminding you to take it easy, to take it slow. I feel that some of you were running. You were sort of in this rat race with yourself, okay? Which wasn't really, you know, the best sort of thing. Because some of you were, you know, you were sort of hiding away. Instead of running towards, you were running away from. And as you started to heal this pattern, you may have become so into this healing thing that you started to run towards. Something happened here. Some connection was made. Could be love. That made you realize that it's time for you to change your ways. I feel that, you know, I don't know why I keep on getting this on Taurus, but I feel that some of you lost somebody, and you may have had sort of like a powerful interaction with that person. You know, either you saw them in a vision or a dream, or you got some sort of visitation from them, an unmistakable sign that they were watching you, that they were with you, but they also let you know that it was time for you to move on. Okay? Some of you were really holding on there, and so you started to move on. And where you obviously currently are, with the Eight of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, and the Hermit, the clarifiers there for you are the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Cups, and the Devil. So you're going for what you want, you're going for your heart's desires, you're going for what you feel you deserve, which is wonderful. You're working hard, your life is stabilizing out, the money's coming in. But also, you know, the reminder here is that we are constantly in the process of becoming sort of like the greatest version of ourselves. So we're in the constant process of becoming a masterpiece, but we're also in the constant process of already being the masterpiece. All right. And I feel that some of you lost a little bit of sight of the fact that, you know, that you already are the masterpiece, even though you're busy becoming the masterpiece as well, you know. Because in my personal opinion, just the fact that you are born and that you are here is already something really incredible. And so that is why that hermit mode is so necessary there for you, because it's about getting out of that cycle that's almost sort of toxic. Okay. That's really sort of toxic for you. And then let's just look at what's coming towards you. Beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. So Seven of Wands and Seven of Pentacles. So there's that conflict. And some of you feel that you shouldn't be going forward again. I got this word Scorpio yesterday. But some of you are feeling that it's almost like you shouldn't be winning while other people are not. But you're figuring that out. I love this card, Knight of Cups. For me, Knight of Cups is always that card, and I got it in Scorpio. It's, for me, it's about hope, and it's about love, and it's about the universe coming through for you. What's also amazing for me about this reading that I remember so distinctively about Scorpio yesterday is that you know, because I'm a channel for the reading, even though I've been doing readings since 2001, I'm a channel for the message. I'm not the message. So I don't always remember the message so clearly. But somehow the Scorpio reading really stood out in my mind. Maybe I shouldn't delete it. I'll just do them another one. I'll see. Okay, so. Message from the universe for you. To wrap up your reading, you've got the Strength card, Four of Emotions, which is Four of Cups and Three of Emotions. You're overthinking something. There's that inner child healing, embracing that strength, Leo sort of energy. For some reason, some of you, it's like you lost that inner shine of yours, that inner sort of identification that makes you who you truly are. And you're getting that back. And it's showing to you what the lack and limitations are, what you've been seeking all the time, why some of you haven't been seeing your blessings, feeling your blessings, experiencing your blessings, sort of detach yourself from the alignment that's available. And you're finding that within yourself. Okay. Let's see what the angels have to say for you, for your October 2020 reading that for some reason, Taurus, aligns so strongly with Scorpio. Let's see what we got for you. What do we have for Taurus, please? What do we got for Taurus? play. Yeah, sir, you're being too serious. Play. Beloved one, it's time to set aside work for a while. Don't worry, we the angels will oversee your responsibilities to their completion. Playfulness, gaiety, and laughter will lift your energy so that you'll return to work with a renewed perspective and heightened energy. And so it is. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. And so it is. So that's your guidance for October 2020. My Taurus, beautiful Earth souls. Take what resonates with you. If the reading resonates with you, you're more than welcome to like the video, comment on the video, share it if you feel guided to do so. And if you subscribe to it, you remember to hit that all button, the next all notifications. I've got a reading coming up for you quite regularly. I will see you next time. Namaste. Love and light. May this be the most beautiful month for you. And so it is.